So definitely a cutter and definitely 6 from JC.
The DBS Morning News has been brought to you by Republic Bank Caribbean Premier League T20. See cricket played louder at CPL.
Hi, good morning. Welcome to DBS This Morning. My name is Candy Nicholas. It's such a pleasure to be here with you to help you start off your day. I'm super honored. But before we jump in, let's get you in the know and let's see what's happening from today's news desk.
Good morning. The Minister for Infrastructure, Stephenson King, has announced plans for a traffic study to be conducted for the purpose of identifying solutions to ease the traffic congestion along the Castries-Grosile Highway.
It is a real situation that's facing us head on, and I'm not too happy that our technicians were, if I should say, were active enough to make sure that they came with the right design at that location. So we're reviewing it. There are a number of soft measures along the Castries-Grosile Highway that we've already put together. We looked at it, we discussed it. Soft measures that would allow for greater traffic management.
Among the options being considered is the creation of another roundabout to include the Corinth Bypass Road and the widening of certain sections of that road. Over 4,000 laptops have been secured by the Ministry of Education for students entering secondary school this year. This is one of several initiatives detailed by the Education Minister Sean Edward during Tuesday's sitting of Parliament.
That device has been programmed, it has been charged, and it is in safekeeping, hoping that when each Form 1 child in this country, irrespective of the educational district, irrespective of the parents' political affiliation, every single child will be issued a brand new laptop computer at orientation. And we have agreed, Mr. Speaker, that no longer should we disrupt the term to have those ceremonies in the middle of September, disrupting the programs of principals. But at orientation, we will make the devices available.
Form 1 students will also benefit from a $500 bursary currently being distributed by the ministry. In other news, the Ministry of Agriculture continues to engage various stakeholders through a series of educational engagements on the potentially deadly tropical race 4 disease. That disease has the potential to cripple local banana and plantain production.
Play a really pivotal role in ensuring that we intercept any planting material, or whether it might be soil, it might be clothing. Their role is extremely important. And I need to emphasize what we're trying to implement is prevention for emphasis. And we're trying to ensure that we sensitize the customs. Last week we met with SLASPA. Moving forward, we have met with some of the farmers. We met with farmers island-wide. We have also met with some of the fishers. And we continue to engage various stakeholders so that we could have heightened and sustained awareness.
The Ministry of Agriculture has been stepping up measures to keep the disease off the island and has been meeting with organizations like the St. Lucia Air and Seaports Authority, or SLASPA, and the Customs and Excise Department on the vital role they play in assisting that effort. The Dental Services Unit of the Ministry of Health continues to find creative ways to encourage proper dental hygiene. The unit has placed a special focus on infants. Recently, the team held a camp for vacationing students at which participants were taught various brushing techniques as well as proper eating habits.
Over the years, we've noticed that children, when they come to the clinic for simple procedures like cleanings, we notice, their oral hygiene is very bad. So the brushwell activity, it was a very, very good activity in that all children from between the ages of 5 to 8 years old, they were better able to do the correct brushing technique as well as flossing.
The parliamentary representative for Labrie and four-time sponsor of the annual camp, Alpha Baptiste, says placing a focus on educating children on proper oral hygiene will help change their mindsets for the future. Those are your top stories. Thanks for watching. Good morning.
And thank you so much to the news desk for waking us up in the know this morning. But there's still so much to hear and to learn. If you stick with us, we're going to be talking to Bernice Lewis from Joie's Learning Hub about how we can empower our children to not just learn, but to excel. And we're also going to be talking to the folks from Liberty Nursing Center about St. Lucia's aging population and what we can do to keep them happy, healthy, and comfortable at home as they age. Stick with us. Thank you so much for sticking with us. I spoke with Bernice Lewis for a second time because of the amazing work that she's doing at Joie's Learning Hub. So let's go to that interview. Hi, welcome back. Now, if you joined us yesterday, you would have seen our interview with this lady right here. Her name is Bernice Joy Lewis, and she is the founder and director of Joie Innovative Learning Solutions. A mouthful. Yes, it is. But a lovely mouthful because it's all about how we can empower our students to learn. And yesterday we spoke about the different ways in which you do that here at your center. And one of the ways that we touched on, albeit very briefly, was virtual reality and immersive learning. So in our hands, we have virtual reality headsets. This is very impressive because the world has been moving at 1,000,000 miles an hour.
Yes.
And I'm glad that here in St. Lucia we're catching up to the different ways of being, of doing, of learning, and it can only augur well for our students. So congratulations on being so innovative.
Thank you.
But explain how virtual reality could be such a helpful or useful tool.
Right. So we know now that our children are digital natives, meaning they're all about the tech. They just want to use their phones, their iPads, their tablets, the computer. They don't really want to read anymore. They definitely don't want to sit in a chair and listen to a teacher talk all day. That is, the old school way of doing things. So what we've found, and science has proven that children learn better with games. They learn better with learner-centered strategies that focus on them. So they want to be involved. They want to do hands-on activities. So this is just a tool that allows them to be the ones doing and be the ones feeling and working through an environment and engaging with the content. So if you've ever seen a child in a virtual reality headset, they're literally, reaching out to touch the things that they see. It's so immersive. So it really provides a 360 view of everything that they're seeing. So whether they go into space, whether they're exploring coral reefs under the ocean, whether they're looking at the digestive system in the body.
This is like a magic school bus on steroids.
Yes, yeah, definitely. So the first thing we get when children put this on is wow. That's the first word, W-O-W. Whether it's an adult, whether it's a child, it's wow, because it's so immersive. Once you get there, and we know that a lot of children learn better. In fact, most people learn better by visuals, right? So this combines audio and visual. So it's no longer sitting at a desk and rewriting the notes on the board that the teacher has given. That method of learning is out the door. So we really at Joie empower our students to learn by using those strategies and of course the tech.
Okay, so that's one of the strategies. What are some of the other strategies that you employ that we should be aware of?
Right, so games, as I said, is like our foundational strategy. So even though you don't have this in the classroom, if you can see, if you can just imagine a classroom where the children are kind of riled up and in groups and wanting their team to win, nobody's bored, nobody's sleeping on the desk, right? That's the worst kind of class you ever want to have. A child in the corner with their head down on the desk, not engaged. There's no learning taking place. So if you have games, whatever kind of game you've established as a teacher or envision, it could be Jeopardy, it could be blackboard relay, it could be a scavenger hunt, it could be anything that's really engaging for a child. Of course, games on the computer also work. There's Compute Math, I believe, is one of the examples of a website that actually has that game-based learning to engage children.
For those who may not have caught us yesterday, what do you offer and how do you offer it and how can you be found for those offerings?
Yes, right. So the easiest way is WhatsApp, 485-5643. You can shoot us a message on WhatsApp if you have any questions, if you'd like to register your child in one of our programs. One of our key activities or products that we offer or service is the lessons programs. So we do lessons programs in math, physics, chemistry, biology, English, Spanish, French, quite a few other things. If you want, then you can register your child on www.thelearninghub.io or send us a WhatsApp message or send us a Facebook or Instagram message, Joie.758.
And I think it would be a good thing to tell that story again because I'm so fascinated. So you had a student who...
Oh, yes. So one of the other programs that we do is a study skills program, which basically teaches children how to learn. So as I was saying yesterday, we do not teach children how to learn explicitly in our schools. And it's something that we need to revisit. It needs to become policy so that children, at least the first week of the first term, they're taught explicitly how to learn, whether it's for a week or two. And we do this training here. And one of our students last term, he was 30th in his class and struggling. And after one term of the study skills program, he jumped from 30th to 9th in his class at SMC.
And as we were saying, sometimes your child is not dumb or stupid. They're just not using the right strategies because they don't know how.
Yeah.
So you were saying that there are consultations that can be set up with you.
So we can discuss your child's learning trajectory, what are the stumbling blocks, how do we provide support, because it really takes a team effort. It's not just a child at 10, 11 or 12 doing it on their own. They need the parents' support and of course our support.
Okay, and will you go up to what age?
All the way up
Or
to 18.
stage?
All the
Okay.
way up to 18.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, great. So this has been very informative. As a mom, I know that there are things that I've heard that I will definitely be talking to Miss Lewis about a lot more to see how she can help me help my child and empower my child to learn.
Yes.
So I encourage you to do the same. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
So did you know that St. Lucia has an aging population? More of us are at work or career oriented. So we need so much help with caring for our elderly to ensure that they're happy, healthy, comfortable, taking their medication, doing their personal hygiene in the way that they're supposed to. So to have that discussion, we spoke with the folks from Liberty Nursing Center. So let's go over to that interview. Hi, good morning and welcome back. Today we're going to talk about a topic that I think deserves some attention, and it's about our aging population and what we can do to help them age comfortably, age in a more healthy manner. We know our health span and lifespan are two totally different things. How can we support them? What are the things we can do, and what are some of the services that are available? And one of them, which has been in existence since 2005, is Liberty Nursing or Liberty Health Services, and they've been serving the population as a home health service. And we just want to talk more about what they do, and how they can be of assistance to our aging population. So here to have this discussion with us is Ifia Henry and Rebecca Phillip from Liberty Nursing. So I'll start with you, Ifia. What Liberty Nursing, how did the whole concept come about, and how did you guys see that there was a need for this type of service here in St. Lucia?
Sure. Well, Liberty Nursing is really the brainchild of Mary Henry. She is a retired registered nurse with over 30 years of experience. She's worked in the UK, in Canada, the US, and various districts on the island. And she noticed and foresaw that this would be a need, and there should be a service catering to the elderly. But now, especially in this year, we're realizing that not just the elderly will need this service, but across the board, regardless of age. There are individuals who are struggling with whatever health issues they may have and will need assistance with having somebody coming to their home, having it more accessible and convenient for them to at least get the kind of service they need health-wise. Yeah.
Okay. And what are some of the specific services that you offer? So we know you come to the house to help out, but in what ways do you help out?
So Liberty Nursing provides home healthcare services. So we have health aides, nursing assistants, elderly care providers come to the home to provide moderate medical support to individuals who are probably aging or suffering from an accident or recovering from surgery. Also, we provide stretch therapy services. We do have a kinesiologist on board. So this basically caters to like the caregivers who would need that kind of assistance with their own personal care, right? Because they're the ones extending themselves to help, their loved ones or, their family members. So this particular service, the stretch therapy, mainly focuses on them. We also have equipment rentals and equipment for sale, meaning medical equipment. So if anyone is looking for a hospital bed, wheelchair, walkers, commodes, that sort of thing, even shower chairs too, they can actually contact Liberty Nursing to acquire these items. And since we've had customers requesting this for quite some time, they can now order supplies through us. So instead of having to run around the city looking for these items, contact us. Let us know what you're looking for. If you need a bed, if you need wheelchairs or whatever it may be, let us know what it is that you're looking for. Order it through our through Liberty Nursing, through our office, and it could be picked up at one location for them. Yeah.
Rebecca, why is that? Is this a sign that we've moved away, which is good for you guys because it's a great business concept and I love when people fulfill a need, but you must have assessed whether or not that need was here before y'all decided to go into this. So what are some of the reasons that this sort of service became more and more necessary? I know our population is aging. Why else would people avail themselves of the services you guys offer?
We have noticed that a lot of our elderly St. Lucians, they have not been receiving the care that they need. We also have persons who live abroad and their family members live in St. Lucia with nobody to really care for them, as well as St. Lucia's population is aging. And we noticed that there isn't really a service like what we offer on island or as extensive as what we offer, and we felt the need to fill that gap. We have persons who are very career driven and may not have the time or attention to give to their family members, and having someone on board to assist them as well as with their busy schedules, we felt that it's something that was needed and should be provided to St. Lucians at large.
Yeah, awesome. So how has it been received?
Currently, we have been getting a lot of good feedback, but again, a lot of persons actually aren't aware of the services that we provide. So we also would like them to know more about it. But based on the feedback we've received thus far, we do get congratulations as to the services that we provide. And since we're focused on family care and taking care of persons like they are our own. We get a lot of positive feedback from persons.
That's awesome. Well, congratulations to you and congratulations to us here in St. Lucia, because it clearly is a much needed service that you guys are providing at what seems to be a very, very high level. So thank you so much for offering these services here. And how could people reach you?
Actually, they can definitely call our office number, 452-8845. We are on social media. We're definitely on Facebook at Libya Nursing and Support Services. And we're on Instagram also. Just look up Liberty Nursing SLU. You'll find us. But yes, we're definitely available on these platforms. We definitely have a website also. That information is all on our social media pages. So individuals abroad or on the island can definitely contact Libya Nursing for this type of assistance that they're looking for to care for their loved ones.
And quickly, how do you know you're at the point where you need to reach out to you about your services? How do you know, okay, I can handle grandma on my own, or I can handle grandpa on my own, or how do you know you've gotten to the point where you need to reach out to you for that kind of help?
I've noticed that with our clients, oftentimes is when things have become too overwhelming, too much of a burden, and they're completely stressed, is when they contact us. And honestly, we would like to encourage St. Lucians here on the island and abroad. Honestly, when you're starting to notice the difference in your loved one, especially our parents, because let's keep it honest, a lot of us are getting to a point in our lives where our parents are aging, or our grandparents are starting to need more care. When you start noticing that there are changes in their behavior, or they're struggling to care for themselves, that's when you really should call the service, because when we can get somebody to come to your home, then they can get comfortable with this individual. So when things start to advance, there's somebody there that they already know, that they're comfortable with, and is aware of that person's particular nuances and what they're comfortable with and what would make them feel safe at their own homes, right? So we do encourage that the moment you start noticing something with your loved one, to contact us, because we can actually support you starting early through this entire process. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, well, thank you so much for this information. I know a lot of you will find it very useful. Check them out on their social media and websites, and we will be right back. Hi, I'm Candy Nicholas, and this is the Wellnest. We recently spoke about gut health, and I wanted to expound on some of the things we can do to ensure that we are helping and not hurting our gut health. As we discussed, your gut or digestive system is necessary for the consumption and digestion of food and the production of waste, making it one of the most vital organs in the human body. Recently, research has found that your digestive system is much more intricate than originally thought and is involved in nearly every single aspects of your health. If you've ever experienced reflux, constipation, diarrhea, or bloating, you will understand the impact that gut health can play in your day-to-day life. The gut microbiome refers to the trillions of microorganisms that live inside your gut, mostly in the large intestine. There are roughly 100 trillion bacteria in the digestive system alone. It may seem like a tall order to change or look after them, but the good news is that research has shown that within 2 to 4 days of eating well, your gut microbiome can improve. So here are some things you could start to implement almost immediately. The first one is to include fermented foods in your diet regularly. So fermented foods are full of naturally occurring live cultures. While the science has not yet concluded exactly how much fermented food you should eat, I recommend aiming to eat a source of authentically fermented foods or drinks every single day if possible to help support digestion, whether that's enjoying some yogurt with live and active cultures for breakfast, or sipping on a kombucha at lunch, or adding a tablespoon of sauerkraut to your salad. The second thing you can do is to increase the variety of plant foods in your diet. A high fiber diet is associated with an increase in the growth of beneficial bacteria, which optimizes gut functioning. As different plants contain different amounts and types of fiber, it's important to consume a range of plant foods to ensure your good gut bacteria are kept happy and nourished. Another thing you could do is drink more water. Fiber, particularly prebiotic fibers, are important for gut health. However, in order for this fiber to do its job, adequate water is required. A lack of water can slow down your digestive system significantly and result in harder stools that are more difficult to pass. For optimal hydration, men should aim for 2.6 liters a day and women for 2.1. Something else you can do is to, as we discussed, enjoy more high fiber foods. A diet low in fiber can encourage the wrong types of bacteria to grow, throwing off your gut's ecosystem. Think of your good gut bacteria as the trees and flowers in our ecosystem, and the bad gut bacteria as the weeds. If you can create an environment that allows the weeds to grow, it will overgrow the trees and flowers. The fifth thing you could do is to chew more slowly. Digestion begins in the mouth, and the chewing process starts to break your food down. If you rush this, your food may enter your stomach before it's ready, leading to indigestion. By eating slowly and chewing properly, you will also allow your natural satiety signals to kick in, which tell you that you're full. This prevents overeating and has also been associated with better digestion and greater satisfaction with our meals. So try eating more slowly and more mindfully by removing distractions, pausing between bites to savor what's in your mouth, and setting aside adequate time to eat so you don't rush. So the sixth thing, and I know this is a culture where we love our alcohol, but we need to try to limit alcohol because it can throw off the balance of your intestinal ecosystem. If you consume alcohol, make sure you do so in moderation. That's maximum 1 to 2 standard drinks on any day according to guidelines. Number 7. Don't go low carb. Now, I know that this is the latest trend, going keto, but whilst low carb might be a popular trend on your Instagram feed, you'll also be cutting down the fiber needed for good gut health. Instead of cutting all carbs, you need to focus on consuming healthy carbohydrates such as brown rice, quinoa, oats, whole grains, maybe even whole grain bread if you're going to have bread, and pasta, as well as all of our wonderful root vegetables that are widely available to us. Something else that nobody ever thinks of, or not enough people think of, is getting enough sleep. So while getting more sleep might seem like a no-brainer for overall health, research suggests that getting a good night's sleep is essential for a healthy gut. Our gut bacteria have their own circadian rhythms, just like all other organisms, and inadequate sleep can disrupt this rhythm in the microbiome and negatively influence the diversity and number of bacteria in the gut. Most of us need around 7 to 8 hours of sleep each night, and even if you think you can function perfectly fine on less, your gut bugs might think otherwise. So something else you need to consider, I need to consider, is to manage stress better. You don't need us to tell you that stress is not good for you. Prolonged stress can cause major issues for a number of the body's key players, including our digestive system. When we're stressed, our body is set to fight or flight mode and will reduce the blood flow to our digestive muscles and put everything on hold. There's reduced secretion of digestive enzymes, which may lead to indigestion, gastrointestinal inflammation, constipation, or diarrhea. So try reducing stress by spending more time outdoors, including exercise, which you should enjoy every day, reducing your screen time, and trying meditation, yoga, or whatever other activities you find relaxing. And this has been the Wellness for today. My name is Candy Nicholas. I am a certified holistic health coach, and I will see you next time. Bye. Thank you so much for spending some time with us this morning. We know that there's so many other ways you can start your day. We hope that we have blessed you with information that you can use to enhance your life in the most wonderful ways. as you go into your day. Have a wonderful day. Stay happy, stay blessed, stay well.
Definitely a cutter, and definitely 6 from JC.
The DBS Morning News has been brought to you by Republic Bank Caribbean Premier League T20. See cricket played louder at CPL.